Yo, what's going on, you badass? You good, handsome, good-looking, handsome motherfucker. So, it's just feeling so just amazing right now that I get to talk to you. So, I want to talk to you about something that is very crucial in um, in text game, in cold approach, in person, people you meet, new situations, and that is controlling your nerves. So every human being goes through certain situations that they are new to, that they aren't as comfortable as they are than if they say as they are in their own home. That's not their comfort zone. Excuse me. And what they tend to do, what humans tend to do, is we tend to freak out. Whenever we start freaking out, whenever we get those neurons firing in our head that send signals to the rest of our body, it says, hey, we're freaking out. It's that fight or flight mechanism that's going on inside of our mind. And what it actually does is it sends these messages and these chemicals throughout the body. And if you're familiar with the fight or flight, you'll know that whenever you are faced with a situation that you're not comfortable with that you're new to, and you quote unquote sense a threat, there's a couple of different reactions that go on in your body. Your heart rate elevates, which causes the blood to flow to all of like your extremities. Um, that way, like I said, if you sense a threat, your body can react, and it can be at its peak performance with all that blood rushing through your vein and not to your head. You're not thinking straight. You're just going to react, and that's one of them. Another one is like your eyes, your eye contact, your pupils. Your pupils will start shrinking, and they'll get a little bit smaller, and then your eyes will start. They'll like your eyelids will start drooping a little bit. Your eyes will get like a little bit smaller, and you'll start getting like shaking, like like that nervous shake. You'll start sweating, and that's a big red flag to women. Whenever they can, and women can sense this. It's a fact of life. Whether it was nature, God, like whatever you believe in, installed this in into our DNA. Whenever like human beings or any kind of mammal or species that can sense, like kind of has like that sixth sense, they can sense this kind of reaction that's going on in the other person or the other being. And women, most of all, because their senses are a little bit more attuned to the actual like sensory feelings, as they're a little bit more than the men, and they can sense these things. They will pick up on it like just right away. And so you want to prevent that. One way to prevent all of this from going on and them thinking that you're basically a serial killer, because when you get all those signals, they're like, is this guy, like, is he gonna attack me, or like what is he here for? Whenever they start getting that, like they'll freak out. So one way to kind of combat that is to control your nerves, and it's a lot easier said than done. It takes a lot of practice. So I want you to start practicing getting more comfortable in new situations that you're not as comfortable in. Start practicing. So one of the most effective things for me is whenever I recognize that I'm breathing more shallow, like I'm not as comfortable. I'll recognize it, and then I'll return. I'll think about. I'll start thinking. One big way is I'll start thinking about like my dream place. So my dream place, that I have, like if it's anywhere in the world, it's Barbados. Being in the sun, the sand, the water, the calm water, just a warm day, just out on the beach, just relaxing. That relaxes me so much that it brings my heart rate down. I start breathing a little better. And the second one is to control your breathing. You're breathing in through You're breathing in through your nose and then out through your mouth. Whenever you are able to control your breathing, you can supply more oxygen to your brain, and your brain can think a little clearer, and you're not having that fight or flight mechanism going on in your mind. And another way, one of the third ways, is that I will control my tone of voice. Usually I'm like a more high energy, a little bit higher energy than I am right now. My voice isn't as you can tell that it's starting to crack a little bit, but my voice isn't as like slow as it is right now. You just want to slow things down. You want to not freak out. Whenever you're not freaking out, she's not freaking out, and you're a little bit more comfortable in those situations. So that's it for right now. I want you to practice all three of those things whenever you get inside of one of those situations. Like I said, where you get that fight or flight mechanism going on, you're able to just recognize, return, breathe, get oxygen flowing back up to into your brain. All that blood, it's not all in your extremities. You're not shaking. You're not having like those jitters. You're not freaking out. And so just start practicing on that and put yourself inside of those situations that kind of bring on those feelings and that sense of not fear, but that sense of like this is kind of new. So if you have any other pointers that other guys are watching that might benefit from, leave them down in the comment section below. And as always, stay good looking, stay badass, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.